State, number 21, Thunder. In the middle, at 7 foot 3 inches, number 14, Kristaps Porzingis. The other guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 25, the chosen one.
We are live. It's a Thursday night presentation here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Well, it was the New Orleans Pelicans winning their last game against the Wizards in Washington. And kind of a close game, only a 4-point win, but a win nonetheless.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out at you is the balance they had offensively.
Very satisfying road win because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean, the crowd was basically stunned at how they were able to dismantle that defense.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So for Oklahoma City right now, we've got Damian Lillard, Anthony out there with Rodman. Then there's Towns, and it's Bryant in at the 2 guard. And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. Here's Thunder. The three-pointer is right on target.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
On defense, New Orleans. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City, where they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
Very tough loss for them last time they played. I mean, in the end, the amount of trips to the line they gave up did them in.
And, Greg, they deserve a lot of credit for being aggressive, though. I mean, they got to the line a bunch because they forced the issue.
Lillard dishes to Towns, and it's Bryant in the corner. Feeds to Towns. Here's the chosen one. He had 28 points in the win against Washington.
And how about how opportunistic he was defensively? Steal after steal for him in that game just showed the quickness of his hands and anticipation.
Anthony Robinson with the block. They recover it, and the basket by Lillard. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. The chosen one passes to Porzingis. The three-pointer off the mark. The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Anthony. The shot is off, and New Orleans will come the other way.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him, but with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
And so here is New Orleans, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. And Lillard kicks to Rodman. It's tipped. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Robinson passes to Porzingis. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Porzingis has got 8 points. And getting back to Carmelo last year, that team really became devoid of talent. In some games, Greg, in games that he played, he seemed like their only scoring option.
You know, we talk about needing a big three to compete for a championship, and for over half the season last year, the Knicks basically had a big half. I mean, because Carmelo missed that half, and when the deck is stacked against you like that, sometimes it's better to fold your cards and live to play another day, and that's really what Carmelo did.
Lillard dishes to Carmelo. And Anthony gets double-teamed. Towns kicks to Anthony. Pass to Kobe. Just 5 on the clock. Will not go. This is off the front iron. New Orleans leading by 9. Here's the chosen one, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And something that's been whispered about around the NBA is expansion. We know there are some markets that want desperately to have an NBA team. The NBA might not be at 30 teams for the foreseeable future.
There are markets in the U.S. that want an NBA team. Seattle, which has been a great NBA friend, has been trying to get a team back since the Sonics left for Oklahoma City.
Clearly, Seattle's the lead name domestically. The NBA has also talked about adding a European division. A lot of different options for expansion. Don't think any will be acted on anytime soon, though.
Ellie, he's checked in for the chosen one. Thunder trailing by 11. Kicks to Carmelo. Looking to end the run. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Here's Anthony after the made shot from Kelly Oubre. The second chance effort. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. It's on Kelly Oubre.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
It's hard to believe this, but Carmelo feels as if he's been underrated as a superstar to this point in his career. And I'm sure there are a lot of conflicting opinions on that topic.
Here's Porzingis. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Wizards in Washington.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways. It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early. Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
For Carmelo, the numbers are there for him to be treated as a Tier 1 star still, I think, Clark, but it's hard to call him underrated.
Yeah, I think he'll be underrated until he's able to get to the championship round or maybe even win a ring. There's one thing that's clear, though. He's been under a lot of pressure since he's come into the league, and he hasn't been underrated in that regard.
You know, there was a time when some thought Tyson Chandler would be a draft bust, but, you know, it took some time before he found his niche and has been one of the best bigs in the NBA for the span of his career. You know, that shows you also when you draft guys out of high school, they're going to need a couple more years to really define who they are as players.
Anthony left side. Pass to Davis. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. The shot's good from Bayless.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Pelicans lead by 7. From New Orleans. And Tyson Chandler, known for being a great teammate, a very vocal leader certainly. He talked about how important that is for an NBA locker room.
Players do the policing. Coach sets a standard, but players individually call out other players, you know, whether it be timeout.
Don't you need a player like this, Chandler's caliber and character, Greg, to make that kind of a teamwork, you know, have that feel in the locker room, that leadership role that everybody believes in and respects?
No doubt about it, Kevin. And that weighty stature is built on experience and credentials, as you mentioned, like having that championship ring or being an all-star. But when you have it and use it that way, the coach doesn't have to worry about the locker room because Chandler has got that covered.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for New Orleans.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
So the Thunder 5 right now. Damian Lillard out there with Kobe. Then there's Towns. Then it's Chandler. And it's Rodman in at the small forward spot. Here's the chosen one. and he's currently averaging more than 26 points a game. Such a force. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. The chosen one's got 6.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job. They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, energy has been the difference, and they're fighting for every loose ball and giving as good as they get on the inside.
And the first one at the line is good.
2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time.
How about the game for the chosen one? He has 8 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless.
He took good advantage of that screen. Bryant's got 4 this quarter.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
Outside, Martin. A 3 ball. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, they just caught a team, Kevin, that was in a zone, and they didn't have the manpower defensively to disrupt them.
Hey, zone or no zone, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed. I mean, they never strung together any stops like they needed to.
McCullough's checked in for New Orleans.
Pelicans dance team. Let 'em hear it.
Here's Lillard. Boy, he just disappeared against Dallas when they needed him the most. Here's the chosen one. Thunder passes to Ellie. Here's the chosen one, covered by Lillard. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Chandler dishes to Lillard. Here's Kobe. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Pelicans win by 10. Here's the chosen one. Drains it from beyond the arc. The chosen one's got 7 points for the quarter.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Lillard outside. There's the dish to Bryant. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. 7 points for Kobe Bryant.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's the chosen one, covered by Lillard. Chandler with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. It's tipped. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Porzingis passes to Thunder. New Orleans moving the ball around. Out of bounds, Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession. Well, we can't say enough about the passing of this group lately. The leading setup men among the league's 2 guards over the past 10 games. Number 1, Kobe Bryant.
Well, when he's on the court, it's like having a second point guard out there. I mean, and in fact, his passing ability oftentimes rivals or surpasses some of the best point guards in our league.
Yeah, you know, it's hard to call him a true 2 guard because of how often their offense runs through him. Maybe he's more like a 1.5 guard.
On the wing, Chandler. Here's Thunder. Rodman covering. 3-pointer. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Playing smart offensively in the first half, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far.
Lillard attacking. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Lillard with the ball, and it's Bryant in the corner. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Kobe's got 9 points in the quarter.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Here's the chosen one. No good on the triple. Thunder trailing by 13. Swiped it away. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Davis is checked in for Towns. Anthony comes in for Chandler. Jared Bayless is checked in for Rodman. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Lillard. Here's Kobe. Pelicans pull it in. Thunder's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to McCullough. To the left side wing. Thunder passes to Porzingis. He was all alone on that one. Porzingis has got 10.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
They set the pick. Davis sets a screen. And Bayless kicks it over to Schroeder. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Really good point, Greg. I mean, you want to keep that balance, and attacking inside creates space for shooters, and having shooters creates opportunities inside, so it works hand in glove.
Here's Bryant. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. For Oklahoma City, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
The first one falls. And Kobe drops them both. 7 seconds left in the first half. Here's the chosen one, and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Pelicans on top.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. New Orleans had no problems getting going. Tenacious on both ends of the floor, they took command early with a 13-2 run. That lead was whittled down by the end of the quarter, leaving them up by 5 after 1. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. What can you say? The chosen one, an impressive effort here today.
Well, anytime you can get to the free throw line with that kind of consistency, that just makes every other facet of the game easy.
And, you know, they have to rotate the defensive assignment on him from now on just to avoid foul trouble on any one particular player, given how good he is at drawing fouls and how many fouls he's been drawing.
Thunder is out there with McCullough. Then it's the chosen one. Then there's Ellie, and it's Porzingis, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's McCullough, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Lillard attacking, runner in the lane, and no good, trying to use the glass.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
The Thunder have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
Carmelo Anthony, 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. So Anthony nails both of them. Pelicans leading by 17. Pass to McCullough, all alone. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Got a hand on it. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Taken away by Anthony. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up, and you can get some easy hoops that way.
And that steal made it possible. And if they can use a few more sequences just like that.
And again, no good by New Orleans.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Here's the chosen one. Passes it to Porzingis. New Orleans moving it around. Pass to McCullough. Launches it. And he gets the bucket. McCullough's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and it's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Chandler's checked in.
Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt. And guys, what I like about Damian Lillard, very decisive with the ball in his hands, always in attack mode. He keeps it hopping, and he has a killer instinct in the clutch.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan as he addressed his team. He was intent on running the offense through Kobe. When Coach addressed the guys in the huddle, his message was clear. Quote, he's who we want getting the bulk of the touches. He is who we want making our decisions. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
And thanks for that story, Doris. And for Lillard, he keeps the ball moving, as Greg was talking about, and Clark, he keeps his teammates involved.
Very proficient in the pick and roll, understands the nuances of looking at weak side defenders and getting to the free throw lane for the roll man. He knows all the tricks to make that pick and roll really successful.
McCullough, good.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
Rodman double teamed. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. And the foul called on Thunder. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Davis comes in for Rodman, and Jared Bayless subbed in for Bryant. Here's Schroeder. That's tipped. Here's the chosen one. 13 points in the game. This one for 3. Nice shot by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 9 points here in the second half. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
It has been a lopsided battle on the boards, no doubt.
1:27 left in the third. McCullough, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed. McCullough's got 13.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, but maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. There's the pick. The feed to Schroeder. Anthony down low. 7 points in the game. Good. 9 points in the game so far.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Pass to McCullough from outside the arc. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
Schroeder up top. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. After a rookie season in which he really struggled, Dennis Schroeder made big strides last year.
Yeah, I think pretty much dramatic improvements across the board, Kevin. Really a most improved candidate for sure. He solidified that reserve unit for the Hawks, in my opinion.
And Schroeder still with room to grow. I mean, he needs to improve his three-point shot and cut down his turnovers. But those are things that often come with time. And he's got time, still very young at this stage of his career.
Bayless dishes to Carmelo. The 15-footer, good as the jump shot falls. Anthony's got 6 in the quarter.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Pelicans.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Pelicans leading by 20. Taking a look at the Thunder. Davis is out there with Towns. Then it's Dennis Rodman. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Bryant in at the 2 spot. Good on the shot.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Oklahoma City shooting here about 46% for the game. And Lillard kicks to Rodman. Left side, Kobe from 18 feet away. They get the rebound. Here's Towns. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Here's McCullough. And the pass to Porzingis. Takes a 3. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
It's stolen by Bryant. And, oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. The shot's good from Rodman.
And a great job of taking advantage of the steal there to get those easy ones in transition.
You know, that's exactly how you draw it up, Greg, on the board. I mean, good defensive work, aggressive play in the open court. Those two things are hand in glove when they work together.
The chosen one passes to Thunder. Here's the chosen one, defended by Bryant. With the fadeaway. Lillard with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Bryant. Here's Towns. And finally they hit one.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
And stolen by Lillard. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Lillard with the ball.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Right wing. Here's Thunder. And again, no good by New Orleans.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Rodman dishes to Lillard. Back to Rodman, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's the chosen one, covered by Lillard. The chosen one passes to Ellie. Here's the chosen one to the right side. And that one's good. And the Pelicans lead by 21.
and he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it, and he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about my knees, my man. He looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City, Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Towns. And Carmelo Anthony subbed in for Davis.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Here's the chosen one. The three-pointer, no good.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs. And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And, Greg, that kind of deficit, I think they're going about it the right way. I mean, they've got to get aggressive on defense. They need stops. And then you got to take care of the basketball at the other end so you get a good shot every trip.
Anthony kicks to Bryant. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 5 assists tonight.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They have got to figure it out.
And here's Kobe. Anthony nowhere around. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
When it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles that twine.
And this is a thunderstorm because they got it flowing right now. They are putting on a nice run.
New Orleans leading by 13. Here's the chosen one, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Pelicans.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
And so checking out their record tonight, that'll mark win number 32 overall.
And it looks like they're going to spare themselves the embarrassment of being swept in the season series by winning this last one.
Yeah, you know what? That may not seem big, but it's huge. There's a big difference between dropping 2 out of 3 as opposed to getting blank 3-0.
And Lillard kicks to Rodman. Chandler a screen. The shot by Lillard wide open. And there's the call on Chandler. That's his first foul for the Thunder. Ed Davis is checked in for Rodman. Bayless comes in for Kobe. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Damian Lillard. Pass to McCullough for the 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve. Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
And Davis pulls it down. And so it's Oklahoma City with it, trailing by 19. Schroeder kicks to Anthony. Good on the three-point shot.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game, though. We call this box score window dressing. All it's going to do is make the numbers look a little better than it was.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's move on to our Jordan Player of the Game.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
They asked an awful lot from him tonight offensively, and he delivered. When they needed a big bucket, he was the guy they turned to, and he delivered, like I said. I mean, this guy was unbelievable. He did not shy away from the moment.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.